Okay, so this doohickey is called a ridger. Don't ask me what a ridger is. Seriously, because I gotta go see it in action to know what it is. I haven't posted nothing in a while, so bear with me. I'm helping a friend out. So, I made this doohickey today. Kind of crude, but got to cut out a bunch of parts to make the ridger. So that doohickey, which is spring tooth, sits in here with the teeth facing down that way. So I pulled it apart. So this plate here has got a bunch of holes in it. I'm going to make a pattern plate. The plates will sit in this box. This will go in the drill press. And I can put two plates in there, the pattern plate, drill the holes. Now because angle iron's got a rounded corner right here, it kind of wants to throw stuff off, I put these washers in here to push it out to get away from the rounded corner, as you see. So what that is, these four corners, is this part will sit down in there and I can weld it together. Now, this, I didn't plan on making a video, so everything's just kind of hodgepodge together here. You need these four or three shafts on this plate that bolts in here, and that's how you change them teeth out, harrow teeth. I made this jig, so this sits on there like that. It's crude, I know, but it lines it up. I left a gap over here, so if all the pieces don't come out exactly the same, but they should now after I did that. You can tack weld the pieces on here. Oh, well, it was coming apart before. There, a little rust and dirt on them and whatnot. It's not a grand piano. So that's that project. So there was a jig made for making these. The only thing I got to figure out is them bolt holes are drilled at a different angle than what the plates are on there. I got an idea as to how to do that. For kind of a jig for making them easy to put them straps or plates or whatever you want to call it on tubes, but to drill the bolt holes, I'm not sure exactly yet how to do that and get the angle right. If it's real critical, I don't know. We'll cross that path when we get there. This is kind of, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, it's not exactly straight, but they'll fit in there and hopefully they'll work. Let's see. Go over here. And we went in and here's the steel we picked up. So there's 25 of them, I believe, they got to be made to put on an old cultivator frame, I think is what we're going to use. And yeah, so tomorrow I think I'm going to try cutting these solid stock. Wish I had a bandsaw. It would be a lot nicer than this chop saw, but use what we got. I just clamped this on with vice grips. That's an old chain link welded to that half-inch bolt. This just comes out, it don't quite touch the blade, but there's no measurements, no nothing on there, just kind of measure it, cut a bunch of pieces and measure again. It was just kind of, I don't know, something thrown together quick and cheesy, I guess, but it'll suffice and do the job. Like I said, I hadn't made a video in a while, so I figured I would. It was a little overwhelming, just trying to get everything done. And then I hadn't done a 4R 100 before. It's a 550 Ford. The guy here's got service truck of his, field truck. And they burnt the clutches up in it, forward clutch. I got that redone, rebuilt. It turned out excellent. Shout out. They're not a sponsor, but if you guys want to do anything, I was talking to a gentleman about it, and he said he'd like to do transmission sometime, and I told him, I said, man, if you're ever going to do it, I said, Transgo's the way to go. And then these books here, if you guys want to do a transmission, these ATSG books, if I get the glare off, that's the way to go. They're really in detail, and I got some other manuals, but they cover various transmissions, and they're not as detail oriented, means they're trying to cover vast stuff. Okay, so here's some of the things I did to this transmission. I should just make a second video, but when I say Transgo, pulse width modulated, that's the torque converter lockup. I took that out, so now it's off on the torque converter. That was the ID for that kit. That was another thing. I bought this precision kit off of eBay. I'm not gonna say that you guys got to go get it from them, but I was kind of impressed because it had a lot of the torque specs in there. It had the clutch plate clearances, and it had gasket ID with it. So not telling you that's what you got to go get, but like I said, I was pretty impressed. They even got line pressure charts in here. Only thing they didn't have was, or did they have? You know, they had the check ball location too. So yeah, but that says 96 to 98, and my book says 8 check balls also. Okay, so now this was a 550 Ford. I don't know if you can see these numbers. So it says 110 to 116 for second gear, and I think I was like, I think like 112. I think it's the whole size I ended up getting there. And this 73 to 82, I think I was like 79 or 80 thousandths. And this 86 to 96, I think I was actually like 92. That's how firm the shift is. That's a calibration plate in there. That's what I was talking about, how good these directions are. If I can scroll through here quick. I mean, they start out page 1. It's called a Tugger kit, reprogram kit. It shows how to ID the different valve bodies. I mean, just very detailed instructions. I mean, if you follow these step by step, I mean, it's not complicated at all. You know, I mean, you guys maybe can see this or not, but I mean, they show how to ID everything. They explain everything very well. Here they show. Now, here's some of the reprogramming, like they talk about. You know, if you have holes, put holes in. Don't put holes in. Different things. They got different valving that they put in. On this kit, you can put this kit in and reprogram your valve body and firm up all your shifts, correct a lot of things, overlaps. We're back to this here now. Depending on what you're going to do, I went fairly hefty on these holes. I would say if you're doing a 1 ton up to 550, I'd probably do the same thing with the holes. It affects your, you know, how firm it shifts. You're going to notice all the shifts. This kit comes with a different seal, so if you're rebuilding the transmission, I had to take it back apart because I didn't open this Tugger kit up. So that's one reason I'm kind of mentioning this. They put it's a straight cut seal in. It goes in tough. I fought to get it in, but it goes. But yeah. Okay, and here's another thing now. Lock-up firmness on models with orifice cup plug here. I do believe that I drilled that to a 090. That's how firm your torque converter lockup comes on. This one come out just perfect. I mean, it's, you tap the brake pedal when you're going down the road, so the clutch lockup, torque converter lockup comes off, and drop the brake pedal, and man, when that thing locks up, it drops right down and goes in. You feel it shift in. It's real positive. Like I said, I do believe I took that to 090. Like I said, I set this thing up pretty high on the shift points because this truck's heavy. It carries fuel, carries tools, carries welder, everything. So, but I thought I'd just give a little update on what I've been doing. Kind of show you guys. I haven't put a video out in a while, and I'm over here helping this friend of mine out and doing a couple things. I would have videoed more on that transmission, but yeah, it just oh, and here's something. I got this off of Amazon. I'm real pleased with it. It's $130. EWK, it's a digital torque wrench. I don't know, I got 3-4 different torque wrenches, and you're bouncing between this one, that one, and this one to get everything done. I've done some other videos in trannies, but all your seals, everything in the transmission, when you're putting it together, coat it liberally with this SDP oil treatment. I just use one of them little acid brushes, and then assembly goo. I don't even know who the heck made that one, but that's just like a greased. That's to hold all your thrusts, bearings, everything into place. I packed the pump with it so it picks up the oil right away. It's congealed transmission fluid, basically, is what it is. But that SDP makes them really go together nice. Really cut down on the chances of cutting a seal or anything. Like I said, I would have videoed this one, but I wanted it to be perfect. It was the first one I done, as in a 4R100, but it turned out really good. So, and yeah, I'll try to take some videos of this. I'm putting it together and stuff. Have a little more leisure and kind of show as I do stuff, and yeah. So we'll just go from there. But so this is, he's got a 36-row planter, and I believe he calls it a speed planter, and I don't know if it's for beets. I'm assuming it's for beets. I don't know, but his ridger, I guess I'll have to ask more. I don't quite understand, but they claim that it's for beets, because that's right. They're claiming that they get more yield, so more tonnage, and more sugar by ridging. And I don't know exactly what the deal is, but like I said, I'll try to, when they're maybe using it, come and do a video or something. But so, like I said, you got these 5-teeth shovel on here, and then you got that harrow piece in the back, and this bar, that's how it attaches to the old cultivator frame we'll be stripping down. So he's got one that he uses, but he's got this 36-row planter now, and he can't keep up, so he needs two. So this will be the project for a little while here. Well, take care all. God bless. Keep the greasy side down, and remember, love one another. Later all.